I can't even control myself. You can control me. I can't even control myself. Still following to give to 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 myself.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Random Adventures. Today I'm out here riding Mokwheel's newest bike. This is the Onyx ST. The Mokwheel Onyx does come with the truck run mid-drive motor, guys. That means it sends all the power through the chain to the rear wheel. This truck run mid-drive motor does come with a peak power of up to 1300 watts and 210 newton meters of torque. That's a lot of torque, guys. When you pair this 210 newton meters of torque with the 10 gears that are on this bike, you're going to be able to get some great hill climbing ratios. You're also going to be able to get some great high speed ratios. The bike does have a claimed speed of up to 28 miles per hour. Of course, the bike comes out of the box with a top throttle speed of just 20 miles an hour using the throttle, but you can get right into these settings here and change that, guys, no problem, where you can use that throttle to get you up to 28 miles per hour. That 1300 watts of power you get on the mid-drive motor is being powered by this 48 volt, 19.6 amp hour battery that's tucked up here into the frame. This battery can be dropped out and removed using the keys. The Onyx is a full suspension e-bike, guys. You do get this big dual crown fork suspension in the front with compression adjustments and rebound adjustments. You also get the 4-link suspension in the rear with the D&M air shock. This D&M air shock is fully adjustable, guys. This is definitely a large bike with the 26 by 4 inch fat tires, but the website does say it can fit riders as small as 5'6", all the way up to 6'7". It does come with a short seat post, guys, but don't let that fool you. This bike has the quick drop seat post. You can raise it and lower it just like that. Real nice feature. I am 6 foot tall with 32-inch inseams. I'm going to show you how I fit on the bike with the seat on minimum. The ground is a little bit uneven here, but this is a step-through frame, so this one is a little bit easier to get on, guys. Still quite a step, though. Don't forget, this is the full suspension bike, so when you do sit down on it, it's going to drop down a bit. It drops at least an inch or two when you sit down. Even at 6 foot tall, guys, I still feel like this is a pretty big bike. I can just stand flat-footed when I'm sitting on the seat. So if you are shorter than me, you're probably going to have to hop up on the seat and get going. Let me get you in here a little bit closer to take a look at the features. Since the bike's facing this way, I will start with the brakes this time. You do get these 4-piston Tektro calipers and these giant 203mm disc rotors. You do get the same brakes in the rear, 4-piston Tektro on 203mm rotors. Here's a look at your 1300 watt peak truck run mid-drive motor. The motor does have some cooling fins up here on the front to cool it down. Here's a look at the 26 by 4 inch fat tires. They are Chow Yang branded tires. It does say 3mm Hippo Skin Plus Aramid Flock Breaker. And the tires do have a knobby off-road type tread on them. Here's a closer look at the dual crown fork suspension, guys. This one does come with 135mm of long travel. You do get a mounting place up here for a basket in the front. You also get this dual beam headlight on the front, and that's pretty bright. The bike does come with plastic fenders. I put them on here for the video, but I might be removing them because the bike actually looks a little bit cooler without the fenders. This is the way the pedals freewheel on a mid-drive motor, guys. Just the crank arms move. The crank gear stays put. On a mid-drive motor, guys, if you are unfamiliar with it, the motor actually drives this front crank. All the power is translated to the rear wheel through the chain, and you can still use all your gears. That's how these mid-drive motors can give you so much torque, guys. This one has up to 210 newton meters of torque because it can translate all that power, and you can still use all your gears. The Onyx comes with an upgraded Shimano Q's derailleur, and you actually get 10 Shimano gears on this one. Here's a look at your 4-link suspension in the rear. This thing can articulate all sorts of directions. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 places for this to rotate and move. It does come with an air shock. This is a D&M air shock. It does say RD38 right there. It says max 275 PSI. You do need a shock pump to pump these up, guys, but it's set out of the box at a pretty good pressure. You do get some adjustments here. And right up under this link, there is another adjustment wheel that you can move in clicks. Let me give you a quick look at the frame. This one has a nice pearl and black paint job. It does have 2 bolts right here for a water bottle. It does say Onyx ST back here. This is the step-through frame. And there are riv nuts installed right here if you want to mount a rack. The Onyx bike does not come with integrated taillights or turn signals. This bike is set up more for off-roading. But they do give you a little taillight that you can quickly mount up under the seat. It's got quite a few modes. Let me give you a closer look at the handlebar starting on the left. In typical Mokwheel fashion, you get the leather hand grips with the little jelly bubble. This is what your Tektro brake levers look like. Nice and short, easy to reach. The bike does have a thumb throttle over here on the left side. This is your typical Mokwheel control panel. Very simple. You get your plus and minus for your pedal assist levels. You do get your turn signal buttons, even though this one does not have turn signals. You do get your power button. It actually does indicate the turn signals over here on the display, even though they're not hooked up in the back. Guys, this display is integrated right into the handlebar stem. Very unique feature of this bike. If you are a really tall rider and you need to put this handlebar stem all the way vertical, you're going to have a hard time seeing this display. The lower you have the handlebars, the more horizontal this display is going to be, the easier it is going to be to read. For me, I have it set up down here on the 10-degree mark, guys, so I don't have any trouble seeing this display at all. Guys, even though this throttle comes locked out to 20 miles an hour out of the box, all you got to do for Mokwheel to get into the settings is hit the plus and minus. We'll get you into one group of settings. That will get you into the technical settings. So you can change your language, assist level, voltage, wheel diameter, tack magnets, factory reset. Let's get back out of here, hit the back button. To get into the second group of settings, press and hold the left and right button. That will get you into the function settings where you can adjust brightness, units, throttle speed. That's where you can change your throttle speed right there, guys. Assist speed, intensity settings, riding modes, and startup. Let me see if there's anything down below that. There is. Fault check, trip reset, and password. Intensity settings is where you can set how hard you want the power to come on when you hit the throttle or when you pedal, if you want it to come on stronger or come on a little bit lighter in a little bit safer fashion. Let me get into this throttle speed. You go up and down on these settings, guys. When you want to get into them, you hit the right button. When you want to get out of them, you hit the left button. So I'm going to hit the right button to get into throttle speed. Bump that up. I'm just going to put it up high to 45. All right, guys, now that I bumped that up to 45, let's try throttle only. It is in 10th gear. This is a mid-drive, don't forget. It'll run you all the way up to 35 miles an hour. All right, guys, starting to get dark out here. I got to head on home. I'm going to have this thing back out tomorrow to ride it. That's the first thing we're going to do today, if I can, is check some pedal assist levels here. Of course, the Mokwheel bike, everything is fully adjustable. You can get right into those pedal assist levels there, guys. And you can get into each one of them. You can change the speeds on every pedal assist level to suit your needs, whatever you feel like doing. So whatever I'm going to show you today is just going to be right out of the box settings. Don't forget this bike has gears, guys. So the top speed in first gear is only going to be 10 or 12 miles an hour because that's everything's going to be based on the gear ratios. There's not much flat area here for me, guys. This is kind of a really hilly area, so I'm not going to have a lot of places to run flat out on a flat ground. This is a torque sensor, so it's going to give you the power in proportion to how hard you press the pedals. So pedal assist 1 is giving you more or less 9 miles per hour here. Let's bump it up to 2, and then we'll switch gears. It cuts power when it changes gears. That way it protects the chain. You'll get a slight delay in power so it doesn't break the chain with all the torque. We turn it around here again. Pedal assist 2. This is a bit of a downhill here. About 15 miles an hour. 15, 16. Yeah, basically no flat space here at all, guys. I'm going to try pedal assist 3 right here in this little area I got in gear 7. Looks like it tops you out around 18, 19 miles an hour. Let's try 4. Wait till we crest this hill. Gear 9. Somewhere between 23 and 25 miles an hour pedal assist 4. I was showing like 23.4. Ran out of flat space. Since it is unlocked, let's put it on pedal assist 5. I'll show you what it can do. It is a little bit downhill here. You get all the juice. We get it in gear 10. We're here on the flat. You can hit well over 30 miles an hour with a slight downhill. Ramp it up on the uphill here, see what I can get on the uphill slope. Wait till we crest this ridge here. All right, it's about as flat as it's gonna get. So guys, even on the uphill, I was knocking on the door of 30 miles an hour, so. All right guys, what we're gonna do now, since we are in the state park, we are going to hit the trails over here. Oh, by the way guys, let me feel that motor. I feel a little bit of warmth down here, but you know what? It's not so hot that you can't touch it after all those runs. It's just slightly warm. And that was all after all those high power runs. Not bad at all. I think the trail that I want is this blue emblazoned trail, which is called the Wild Turkey Trail. I think that Black Racer Trail is a little more technical. And I haven't even really ridden this bike on trail, let alone I'm not even a big trail rider. So I will check that one out soon, maybe even a little later. But right now, let's head down this way and wish us luck. I don't know how many spider webs are going to be draped across this trail, if anybody's even been down here lately. And let me get us in a gear that we can actually use off-road. Probably going to do 2nd or 3rd gear. First gear I think is going to top out so quick on us. Let me show you first gear real quick here, guys. It's super low. Extremely low. Your hill climbing ability is not going to be power limited on first gear. Your hill climbing ability is going to be traction limited. This thing has 210 Newton meters of torque. It's going to go up any hill that the tires can grab in and dig in on. Nobody's been down here. The spider webs are all the way across the trail here, guys. So I guess I'm going to be wearing them all for you guys. This is the low gear cadence, really super low. Can't even keep up with the pedaling at this speed, so. Look at that big, nice quartz looking rock there. This actually was a gold mining area back in the day, guys, so I would like to explore this area a little bit more. This has happened to me a couple times on the bike. See, the bike is off. The bike seems to time out on occasion. It happened once yesterday, and it just happened again. And it might be because, actually I couldn't really tell you the reason why. Let's fire it back up here. But it seems to have some sort of timer on it. So nothing in here about timing out. So we'll do the ride. We'll see if it happens again. Like I said, it happened once yesterday, and it happened once today. If you're on the right angle of a hill, the bike can do a wheelie off the line. and you just got to be a little careful with your torque. I don't even think that you can hold back 210 Newton meters of torque easily. That's gonna be tough. So this thing could get away from you with the torque. So just be careful on pedal assist 5. It does have a torque sensor, so you can ride around all day long, pedal assist 5, cruising nice and slow, getting no power. It's giving me nothing. And you hit the pedals, you're gonna get the power. So the beauty of a torque sensor right there. Whoa. This is not a well-marked trail, and it's not even a see there, guys? See there? That torque just got me in a bit of trouble there. Ran me up this hill when I was trying to turn. So I'm going back down to pedal assist 3. I'm not going to blame it all on the torque. It's part of the fact that I'm in first gear. I'm going to shift it now down to I'm going to do third gear. I think the torque on third gear is going to be manageable. I'm fine with the spider webs. I just don't want to get the spider right to the face. Looks like we're opening up here. These uphill sections are just totally effortless here, guys. Not even breaking a sweat on the bike. Now, where are we at? We came out of those woods there. Here's the bike. We are on a power line road. You just pretty much can't get lost over here, guys. You want your torque sensors to kick on strong, to start strong, and to be very responsive. So that's what we're asking for. But at the same time, if you're not careful, that could sneak up on you. See there? It don't take much at all. I'll show you how fast it kicks on here. Nothing. Almost instant. It's almost instantaneous torque. Nothing. Instant. Very responsive torque sensor, guys. So just be careful when you put your foot on the pedals. Maybe grab the handlebars first so you can pull those brake levers if you need to. Brake levers always cut the power. Now, if that's too much for you guys, it's no problem for the bike. This bike is fully adjustable. All you gotta do is get into those power intensity level settings and turn the bike down if that torque coming on is too much for you. You can put this thing on 1 and pedal assist 1, and it's gonna be as mild as a baby if that's what you want. I've seen some pretty unflattering reviews of the bike, and I just don't really get it. In my opinion, they're riding the bike in the wrong scenarios. This bike is meant to be doing what I'm doing right now and right here. Trail riding, some off-roading, some outdoor sightseeing. This is probably not the best bike if people just want to go cruise on the street. You are going to have to change your gears and shift your gears like you're on a manual car and stuff like that. It works for off-roading. Mokwheel has some other great bikes that are probably more tuned and more appropriate to the street. Like take the Obsidian, for example, or the Basalt. Those bikes are great, you know. And you don't have to shift gears or anything. But for this off-roading stuff, you really want these gears. It really lets you use the power of this mid-drive to the fullest degree. So yeah, go watch those other reviews. You'll see what I'm talking about. They're complaining about stuff that's not really relevant to the bike because they're just not using it in the right situation. Now, I'm new to the bike myself, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now. The suspension is awesome. Got the big 4-piston Tektro brakes. I got this 4-link in the rear, and I don't even have to get off my seat to pull up these hills. I don't have to do anything. could have just easily took the bike out and threw it on the road and did what everybody else is doing, but I wanted to show you the bike had more capabilities than that. These Mokwheel bikes, they don't really give me a whole bunch of range anxiety or anything like that. You get a lot of range out of these 20 amp hour batteries, especially on these trail riding, because you're only using power part of the time. A lot of times gravity's doing the work for you on these downhills. Black Racer Trail, campground. Why is there a sign with only one arrow? The trail goes both ways. Why does the sign point straight to the woods? All right. There's a little green marker. Some kind of road here. And the main road. I got these maps in my phone, but I don't feel like getting my phone out. I like this trail, guys. This one's pretty fun. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what it's called at the moment, but it is the green one. Well, I've seen one green sign. Everything else here seems to be bleached out. Like there was a little trail marker there and it was just white. Like the marker's gone. They build these parks and then they never maintain them. You should have seen the trailhead signage. The sun had cooked the Lexan cover over it and you couldn't read any of the maps. Like, what's the use of it? Put the taxpayer money to use, man. Get out here and redo the stuff when it gets messed up. There you go. I actually got a little air on that one, guys. And I tell you what, it was a soft, soft landing. This thing does have some travel on that front fork. Uh-oh. Hello. Good. I guess the trail goes that way. Nice little wooded area. Yeah, guys, if you're gonna come out here and ride, this green trail is nice. That trail I was on up at the top was nice too. It's just not used. You could tell that there's a lot more people down here. You see you got all these campers over here on the side, so these trails on the lower end here, down closer to the river, are getting more use if you're ever going to come down here to the Chattahoochee Bend State Park to ride. Nice. I like this. I don't know the trail, so I don't want to go wild, but this bike is pretty capable. I can feel the 4-link suspension working. I can feel the front fork. And for the most part, I don't even need to get off the seat. It's such a comfortable ride, even over this rough stuff. Power-wise, this thing's got tons of power. So since you do get all the power on this throttle, if it's too much power for you, it can be a little jumpy, because I mean the power is going to come on. It's going to come on hard. It's going to come on strong. So if that's too much for you, what you need to do is go to the next gear up, which I'm going to do right now. Put it to 4th gear. That should reduce our torque. Yeah, it does, significantly. By gearing up to the next higher gear, you're going to drop your torque. I don't know if you're technically dropping your torque, but you're going to drop the way it feels quite a bit with each gear that you go up. It just can't turn those smaller cogs with the same force as it does the big cogs. That's all I know, which is nothing. The trails here are just mixy-matchy, guys. I guess we're still on the Gardner Snake Trail, and good luck with the trail signs here. They don't have very many painted trees or anything. But you don't really need to worry about it too much anyhow, because you're never far from the road. You're in between, right now I'm in between the road and the river. You can tell when you're getting closer to the river, you start getting this kind of grassland looking stuff going on. Then you'll start seeing reeds and river canes and stuff like that the farther you go down. This Turkey Trail or whatever it's called is actually pretty nice now that I've got down here a little bit lower. I think I've gone lower. It's kind of hard to tell. Almost seems like we're kind of parallel on the sides right now, kind of going horizontal. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm doing a lot of gravity here, so we got to be going down to some degree at least. I'm in fourth gear now, guys, because I wanted to limit my torque while I was using this throttle. It was getting a little bit much of how strong the torque was coming on. I wish the bike had a twist throttle on the right. I really do. A lot of bikes. All right, there we go. It's been about 30 minutes. It's been about 30 minutes probably of riding, and it timed out again. So I guess that's the deal. Maybe after about 30 minutes, it just shuts down on you. That's my closest estimate, guys. I don't know exactly the time that it was, but it feels like I've been riding for about 30 minutes. So, and then we got timed out again. So no big deal. I guess that's in case you forget to shut your bike off. When you put it in the garage or something, it's going to turn off on its own after about 30 minutes. Well, guys, we made it down to the river. Life jacket zone. I'm going to go down to the bottom of this boat ramp for you guys. Give you a look at the river. And then get this thing in first gear. I'll show you how we can climb up out of here. Well, that's pretty cool. They do got a boat ramp here. My only question is, you got to be out of this park by 10 o'clock. So I guess you got to make sure that you got back here with your boat. Get it out of the water. See that big boat ramp, guys? Look how steep that is. I don't know the percentage or grade or anything like that. There's a set of steps right next to it, so that might give you an idea how steep it is. It's probably 25 degrees, I would imagine. 20 to 25 degrees at least. So let's try this Onyx out on a little boat ramp hill climb. Somehow my seat got a little loose here. I do got my tools with me, but I don't really feel like breaking them out. So I'm gonna try to make it work. We're gonna start from a dead stop here. Since this is a big bike, let me take advantage of this step over frame again. Get back on the bike. I'm gonna try it with the pedaling only, guys. Let's see if I can climb straight up this boat ramp. No throttle, pedal assist 5, gear 1. Am I in gear 1? Yeah, I am. So this torque sensor is gonna have to give me the power pretty quickly to get me going on this hill. Let's go. Whoa, it does. Oh, come on. I thought it was gonna be a struggle or something. Totally effortless. Let's go do it again, guys. That was too much fun. I thought it was actually gonna have like even like a slightly hard time. That was like the easiest thing ever. I'm gonna try to turn around right here so I don't have to get off the bike and turn the big thing around again. So what I was saying earlier, this bike is not going to be limited to hills based on power. It's going to have enough power to just about go up any hill. It's going to be limited on traction. So this is really steep here, but it does have super good grip. That's why we can just let off the brakes. Torque sensor comes on immediately, and we could just blast up this hill. Cakewalk, guys. The Mokwheel Onyx is definitely king on that hill climbing ability. Guys, let me do a little bit of a brake test for you from about 20 here after the bridge. All right, guys. Yeah, the brakes can fully lock up the tires. I'll do it one more time, but not much of a need. The brakes are super strong. Right after this pavement here, I'm not even pulling them all the way, guys. The bike dives in. I don't want to pull them too hard because just no need for it, but you can see my little skid mark here. I started right at the end of that concrete there, so about 15 feet from about 20 miles an hour, and I wasn't even pulling them all the way there, guys. When I fully pulled them on the other side of the bridge, all it did was it absolutely locked up both of these 26 by 4 inch fat tires. So what I'm going to do now, guys and gals, is I'm on this Black Snake Trail or whatever it's called here. This is going to take me back to my car, back to my Jeep. This is going to be an uphill portion of it. I just wanted to show you some of the uphilling portions, since almost everything we did today was downhill. So we didn't even use much power on this whole ride. At this point still, we've only dropped 1 battery bar out of 9. So I'm gonna head back up this mountain from bottom to the top, and we'll see how we end up. And if there's any cool climbs like this right here, we'll show it to you. This bike can climb so effortlessly, guys. I mean, no joke. Trust me, guys, the bike can fly through the uphill section just as good as it can on the downhill section. Lots of power. Starting to lose sunlight, so the way the trail system is here, kind of directionless. I just hope this takes me back to my car. That's what the sign said at the beginning, but I've seen a lot of other signs that didn't seem to be right on this ride. If it gets dark on us, we do got the bright headlight, so it's all good. I remember this tree. Hit me in the helmet. Good thing I got my nice Burn Hudson MIPS e-bike helmet on. This Burn Hudson helmet is actually rated for e-bikes, guys. It was tested up to basically 28 miles an hour. If you are concerned about safety, this looks familiar. Haven't seen a whole lot of deers today. I did when I first hopped out of the Jeep. I seen a little group of deers. What do they call a group of deers? Is that a herd of deers? I don't know. How's the seat feeling, you ask? I don't think you asked, but it's all right, guys. The seat's all right. The rear suspension Makes the seat tolerable. Something you probably got to get used to with more rides. Is it the best seat ever? Nah, you could upgrade it to a softer seat or something, if that's even a concern, but it's fine. I'm gonna say this again, I said it early in the video. You get no range anxiety on this bike because it uses the power efficiently. Like, I haven't even been worried about getting left down the mountain or anything crazy like that. There's that big rock, I remember that one. Got a little bank there. Not enough bank. There's a little bank. This is a nice little section here. It's nice since I already came through earlier and knocked down all the spiders with my face. Nice hill climb. Beast mode. This bike is beast mode, guys. All right, I gotta include that in the video. Bam, we did it. We're back. Battery's still looking all full and stuff like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 9 bars after that workout. Hell of a bike, guys. All right, guys, that's a look at the Mokwheel Onyx ST. This is a super awesome bike. I will put the link for this bike in the description below the video if this is the bike for you. Click on that link if you want to support the channel. You can also hit like and subscribe to the channel for more e-bike and scooter content like this, guys. I thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.